So what's going on? Today is a fall evening, November. I don't know, November something. But I got a question for some people. Well, I got a question for anybody who watches or anybody that clicks on the video. So what's your go-to fall baits if you fish? Whether it be bass fishing, cat fishing, or whatever. Lately I've noticed within the past week or so, it's fishing has been kind of slow. Well, I ain't gonna say kind of slow. Fishing has been terrible. Whether it be, well, from the bank, for me, it's been terrible. And a lot of people I run into and talk to them, it's been pretty slow. So I'm just wondering, like, what kind of transition are the fish in right now? Whether you're catfishing or you're bass fishing. Well, bass fishing might be a little bit better, but I know I kind of focused a whole lot of my efforts on catfishing, and just having fun with catfishing right now. Caught a couple, got hooked, so that's what I'm doing. Now, the whole catfish thing, figuring them out, figuring out the patterns, and figuring out the times. Because sometimes I can go out there and I can sit all day and maybe get a couple pecks, and I don't even think those be catfish. And then some days I can go out there, snatch a couple of them out the water, and then they'll just die out. And some days, like this past Saturday, when I went out, man, there was no bites. I'm talking about the part that I was at, there were 20 rods in the water. And that's not an exaggeration. 20 rods. I had 3 rods, and, everybody else had their rods set up everywhere, all around the pier. No bites. It was a young lady that said that she had caught some early that day. But other than that, there was nothing. No catfish. Like nothing. No bites, no nothing. In which it was weird. Because usually when it's like that, usually somebody catch a channel cat early that day, then everything else be bullheads biting. But not even the bullheads were biting, which was just odd to me. So I'm just, doing research, trying to figure out. Maybe they were a little bit deeper, and just laid down and they weren't moving, But this whole catfish thing, it's a challenge. I'm willing to take on the challenge and just figuring out what they'll bite. But they say catfish will pretty much eat anything, bite anything, from what I'm seeing. But then they also have patterns where they won't hit anything, especially if you're not in the area where they are, or if you're not throwing anything that's anywhere around them, they're not gonna hit anything. So being on the bank and fishing from piers and all the other stuff, man, is it's a challenge, because you got to be in the right spot at the right time. As if you on a boat, you can go to probably a deep hole, drop down, cast out or whatever, and you have a whole lot better luck. And depending on, because I fish in a lot of lakes, ponds. Haven't had the chance to fish in the river yet. Haven't had a chance to fish in these spillways yet. Haven't had a chance to fish anything outside of my norm yet. So my circle of where I go to find these fish is very very small. And I'm really just trying to get an understanding of how to become a better fisherman, period. So practicing and working on my craft in my local area is what I do. But I don't know. I guess in my areas it's just the season, and it's what they do around this time. So what do y'all do like around these time? November, December, January, February, on back through spring in the summer. Like, what do y'all do for these transition times, fall into winter? Do you keep on grinding for the fish, or do you just wait till spring? Or what do you do? What baits do you use? If you catfish, what bait do you use? What's your go-to? What is your steps for locating these fish, especially if you're a bank fisherman? What do you do? Is your fishing in your area probably maybe better than mine, possibly? Or do you fish spillways, river systems, creeks, anything like that? Let me know. I'm just trying to learn and trying to figure things out. That's all I can do. But that's not going to stop me from going out here fishing. Not at all. And the other thing I like about this weather, because it gives me better access to spots that are covered, like real grassy spots. Now, all that grass is starting to die down, so it's making it easier to get from one point through some woods to the water. It's not making it a challenge. You can just go straight to it, because you know how you can go in your maps and look in your area, and sometimes you can find some water. But in between that road and that water, you got weeds and you got bushes, and you probably got to walk a mile or whatever. But there's some good spots that I've seen in my area that I can pretty much access a whole lot easier now because of what's going on with the seasons, which I'm appreciated. And I will be accessing them, and I will be recording them just to see what's in there, whether they're bass, catfish, or whatever, man. Whatever bites is what I'll show. And that's just be my experience, because I'm into the fishing and I'm loving it. So just let me know as far as what are your how do you approach this time of year, and what do you do? Because I'm just trying to learn, and I love some tips, and anybody can shoot me some tips, some ideas, anything would be appreciated. But I'm out.